So I woke up this morning, switched on my PC as usual, and I'm shown this error message. CPU over temperature error. Let's enter the UI and see. Well, there could be a number of reasons causing this error. It's mostly due to dry thermal paste or faulty CPU cooler. Well, there you go. Plus 99 degrees Celsius. That's one hell of a temperature. Well, the i7-4771K is one hot CPU, but you wouldn't get over 100 degrees Celsius when idle. Dang it, what should I do? Well, I've already tried replying the thermal paste a couple of times, received my AIO Cooler as well, but still getting that error message. By now, I'm pretty sure that my AIO has gone up the lorry. I do have a spare CPU cooler lying around, so say hello to this sexy looking Cooler Master Hyper 212 LED. Okay, enough talk. Let's unbox. Okay, what do we have here? This is a small white box which contains all the necessary screws and brackets. Don't lose it. Okay, they do look pretty neat. Okay, these are the brackets for the AMD CPU if I'm not wrong. Okay, let's just keep it back so that we don't lose it. Okay, what else do we have in here? Right, nothing else in this box. And so what we have are warranties, instructional booklets, guides, basically some important papers. Okay, so here's the cooler itself, the Cooler Master Hyper 212 LED. That's the PWM fan. Okay, and that's the heatsink. Looks cool. Okay, let me try to remove the fan from the heatsink. It's pretty simple to remove it. Just take it out. Okay, here's a closer look at the heatsink. Okay, looks pretty similar to the Evo, except for one main difference. Okay, here's the fan itself. It's the LED. It turns red LED when it's turning. Okay, so here's the plan. Basically, we will unplug the cables, remove the GPU, the Wi-Fi card, and also remove the old AIO cooler. From there, we will take out the motherboard from the casing, and we will remove the old backplate. Once that is done, we will install the new backplate, apply thermal paste, and set in the new cooler. We'll put the motherboard back in again, and reset all the cards and plug in the cable. Okay, sounds easy enough? Let's go! Alright, everything is installed back. Everything's inside the casing. Let me switch this on. Okay, the fan's running. System's on. Something doesn't sound nice. Okay, we got a post there. I think we might have a wire obstructing the fan. Okay, right, the system is post. Okay, no, yeah, I haven't plugged in the keyboard and the mouse, so yes, that. And I also actually removed the CPU earlier, so that's why there's a new CPU installed. Okay, yeah, there's a wire that's obstructing the fan. Let me switch off the system. Okay, let me fix this. Let's just move the wire a bit. Okay, done. Let's switch it on back. Alright, now it sounds good. Doesn't sound like anything obstructing the fan. Yes, and we have a post. Okay, let's enter the UEFI one more time. Let's see if we resolve this issue. Okay, CPU temperature, what are we having here? Yep, 42 degrees Celsius. That is nice, that is fine, that is okay for an i7-4777. Okay, I guess we resolved the issue by replacing my spoiled AIO cooler and replace it with Cooler Master Hyper 212 LED. Of course, I can replace it with a much more better cooler, but for a price point, and I might be upgrading the system again. But for this, for the meantime, I guess the 212 LED will suffice. It just resolved the error around 42 degrees, 45 degrees Celsius on an idle. That's okay. That's okay for an i7-4777. Okay. Alright. Let's just 42 degrees, 43 degrees Celsius. That's fine. That's okay. Let's boot out of the system and enter Windows, and we'll see from there. Okay, let's put into Windows. Okay, this might take some time, but not that long, maybe about 20 seconds, 30 seconds. Basically, I did remove the CPU from the motherboard just to remove some of the old paste that I might have gotten at the side. That wouldn't take long because I do have Windows running on SSD. Okay, now let's look at that cooler. Oh, there's one sexy cooler with all the LED raging red. Okay, let me log into Windows now. We are into Windows, let me log in. Alright, everything looks fine. Let me get into CPU ID hardware monitor. Okay, let's look at the values. It should be okay based on what UEFI had shown, but let's just reconfirm when we are into Windows, when we have logged into Windows. Okay, screen's a bit small. Let me just bring the camera closer. Alright, that looks better. Okay, all the values, voltages so far so good. 5 volts, 3.3 volts and 12 volts. Okay, let's scroll down and look at the temperature. Alright, the CPU temperature is at 35 degrees Celsius currently. Minimum was 34 and it was max at 48. I believe that was when Windows was loading. Okay, the CPU fans are running a bit low. It's just because the system is on idle. Basically, using a PWM fan, the system will adjust the fan based on the usage of the CPU. So when it's on idle, the PWM fan will be running at lower value, lower RPM when it's on high load, then it will adjust and the RPM will be definitely higher, so that it will be able to bring the heat out of the heatsink. So okay, everything looks fine. I'm satisfied. Using a Cooler Master Hyper 212 LED resolves the issue.